No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Staff.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm at the library, I can read.
Oh, she knew. She knew you were right there.
Hi. Good. I'm sorry? I can't, I got trouble hearing.
How are you, Josh? Nice to see you.
Oh, I'm good. How are you? Do you know me?
I do. Westford, but in the entire Commonwealth.
So when we walk in and we have a camera, why didn't you give us a hard time or yell at us? Like, what was it?
Oh, our customer services policy would not allow that.
Would not allow it. Okay, so and we come in. Guys, I am so surprised. I'm refreshed. I feel good about this interaction. It's like my faith in humanity is almost restored. Too many times we walk into a library and we get, or a town hall or government or municipality, public building, what have you, and we get these negative interactions and people think that we seek that. We don't. The only way other places and other public employees can get educated is by videos like this. And what a wonderful staff that's been doing such a great job for such a long time. She's been Banana Anna, I've been AFA, and that's the reason I stopped you today. Call them, let them know what a great job they did. What's going on, guys? Sorry about the lawnmower at the Westford Public Library in Westford, Massachusetts. With Banana Anna, the links in the description. Trying to get in before those folks over there. They get like a little staff and delivery entrance there. Someone's been here, as you can see.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Can I help you with something?
I just saw the books. I want to take a look at the room real quick. I saw the sign. I won't come in.
Okay. Thank you. This is where all the magic happens.
This is the library magic room.
Right.
Very cool. See, they need to put pants. It says shirts and shoes required. They really need to put pants.
Yeah. That's
And I feel like
accurate. Sad, but true. No, she definitely. Hi, can I help
Hello.
you?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Staff.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm at the library, I can read.
But good point, though. Some people come to the library because they can't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think people come to the library because they can't read, because what book would they get and learn how to read?
That's true. I mean, she must just think you're stupid, though. That's what she
Maybe.
implied, right?
Scurry. She's jumping on the phone. Level 1. Let's go to level 1. Pretty soon. At least it's up to date, unlike Burlington, Massachusetts, 5 months old.
I don't know which way it's going to go.
Hey, no, I'm all set, thank you. There's really like to do the book reserves.
Hard at work. Doing bookwork.
Yeah,
That was catchy.
it was. You can reserve all the books.
That one says book yourself salad.
No. It's pretty cool. So you can do things now you couldn't do like before. So you can, reserve books online, and you can also do self-checkouts in some places.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Go to the
Hello. Hello, how are you?
Not bad, you?
Good, thanks. Despite the sign, I didn't want to interrupt you.
He might have forgot he had a sign.
This is Charles Griffin.
Everyone's getting calls saying that we're here.
Is that what it is?
You're just going over there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep, thanks. Have a good day.
Was that the call about us being here filming?
As just a call giving me some information, so.
Yeah. As I was at the other desk, they're calling. I just noticed they were calling the department.
Okay.
Hey, at least
That's
they're
good,
notifying
yeah.
them, letting them know that we can be here.
Yeah.
That sign is important, though.
I like that sign.
I do.
But I'm like an opposites guy. Like, so I saw that sign and I was like, please interrupt. I will not be told what to do. I will not interrupt.
I like it.
Thanks, Charles. Have a good day.
I like to be interrupted sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Oh, see, she's on the phone now too. They're all on the phone. They all got phone calls.
At the same time? Like one after the other after the other.
No.
Oh, she knew. She knew you were right there.
Hi. Good. I'm sorry. I can't. I got trouble hearing.
How are you, Josh? Nice to see you.
Oh, I'm good. How are you? Do you know me?
I do.
How do you know me,
I'm
Holly?
sorry, I don't remember. Is it Ashley? No, I'm gonna get this wrong.
It's an A.
Ah, Amanda? No, I'm guessing.
It's close.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How do you know? How do you know who we are?
I've seen Accountability for All.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think?
I can't comment on that, but thank you.
Well, we like your library. I always tell
Thank you.
people
It's a beautiful facility.
it is nice people.
1895 it was built.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, that's not the oldest one.
Oh, is that right, Josh?
No.
What's the oldest one
I
you've seen?
believe. Oh, I want to say now it wasn't Raleigh. Maybe in that area. I want to say Raleigh. It might not be.
Raleigh's pretty old, yeah.
The original building, not the
Oh,
addition.
the original? Yeah,
Oh, it
I
was
can't say
beautiful.
I've been to the other building. I like Harvard Public myself.
We went to
Public.
Harvard.
Yeah,
Did you?
Harvard, and then I don't know how old it was, but I really liked the
Oh, the Groton one.
Groton's
it-
not too old, though, I don't
No,
think.
that wasn't.
Yeah.
That was the huge.
Lancaster, or was it
Lancaster was the one with Joe, and he had the wonderful memorial
Yeah, that I
display.
liked that library.
Oh, I
but
was
I don't know
gorgeous.
how old it. I
Oh,
don't
Do you
You
like
gotta-
newer or older libraries?
Well,
I like
I
older.
like the older ones.
I do
I
too,
do
but
too.
I'm seeing now that we're getting out there. Like Groton's a perfect example of, like the front is a little bit older, but they have this. I like, or Rowley, they have old and new
I
mixed
know.
together, and
I
in
know.
Rowley they have the exposed brickwork. So the way that they did it was really
Or
nice.
what
Yeah.
about the one where this wasn't a library, but they moved the town hall, literally.
That was Lunenburg. They put
Oh,
the town hall on.
Townsend did something like that. I think combined their senior center, which makes so much sense.
But
right?
they took the building itself, put it
Oh,
on
they
wheels,
took
and
the
moved
building.
On, on logs in the
logs.
18 in
Or
the
something.
late
Put it-
1800s, and they.
No
building.
kidding.
Oh, damn.
Wow. That's
See, this is great
amazing.
because we come in and a lot of times we meet great folks like yourself and
Yeah,
things
thank
go
you.
well, and then
Thank you.
sometimes we meet people that give us a hard time. I try and tell people like, you know, we're
Yeah.
not gonna yell at you if you don't yell at us.
I
I'm
know.
sorry, dear. Are you trying to come through? Do you need her?
Oh,
Go
I
ahead.
think she wants to use a copier.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm right in your way.
You should check out the building expansion that is being planned.
I know
Um,
that I walked past
Yeah,
that.
we
I
checked
saw
it
it.
out.
It's really cool because we're hoping it will, well, not hoping, it will go out the back end of the building and provide additional services and programming, especially for the children. So
That would
can't
be
ask for
nice,
better
'cause
than
I
that,
have
right?
noticed it does kind of not like it's a bad thing, but it does kind of feel almost claustrophobic because you're shoving, a bunch of stuff into a smaller space. So
it's
an expansion.
right. I mean, I think of what we found in our building is the real estate is tough to shelve items and accommodate all of our resources.
Well, big building,
available.
right? But you don't have a ton of shelving space.
Right.
Which is...
It's like a home,
Yeah.
right? You need storage.
Yeah.
That's what my home is like. I can account for that
That's
right
good.
now.
We love libraries. I always tell people libraries
Yeah.
is the best showcase of the First Amendment in existence.
Yeah.
It's filled with... I'm good at guessing volumes. You might know the answer to this. So what I do
Oh
is
boy,
I look at a
I don't know,
library.
Josh.
Well, you can get back to me. I'm going to guess big
I didn't get a
building,
lot of
smaller
sleep last night,
library.
Josh.
Neither did I.
I'm going to guess 125,000
Oh, I don't know.
volumes. Because it's a big building, but it's...
I think maybe even
smaller.
more.
Yeah?
Because we do have a mezzanine floor, beautiful archives, which
Okay.
is just antiques and archives.
I'm going to
and then the
research
whole-
it. I'm going to
Yeah.
research
Okay,
it.
let me
I'm
know,
gonna-
Josh.
Can't help it. He loves
But I've always been right on, like real close. I've always been...
I
this
bet you're
one's
good.
a hard pull.
Yeah, I bet you're good with height, weight, age too, which I'm not.
And he's
I am good, so we'll say 5'8", 36, and I never talk about weight,
Thank
but
you. You're most kind.
120. 120, 36.
Too low all around, but that's,
he knows you're
that's-
lighter than me. He does that. He can,
You guys are so nice.
All that matters is that you're beautiful inside and out.
Right.
What a
That's
won-
what
what a
matters.
wonderful
That's what I'm
person.
saying.
Thank you.
Beauty comes in
And what's your
all
name?
shapes and sizes.
Holly.
What is it?
Holly.
Holly. And are you the library director?
No, I'm the circulation supervisor.
You should be the library director.
No, we have a most capable library.
I'm sure you do. Well,
director.
you know what?
She's
I'm telling you one
beautiful.
thing.
She's wonderful.
Acton could use a new library
Oh,
director.
is that right?
Yeah, we had an experience where a library is there's lots of kids, but we found an older guy with his pants down in the library, and we found him. We reported to the staff and showed them a video, and they hid him in a back room. And once police arrived, they helped him escape. So it was
And then the child head
services
of child
manager.
services proceeded to hit on him, and
Which is really unprofessional, calling me handsome and cute, and
And then
it was just a very strange situation.
And then for whatever reason, after Josh wasn't accepting his advances, he then decided to call him a most horrible
Name, yeah.
accusation
Name
name.
calling.
It wasn't
But it wasn't just name calling. It was more of accusing him of
an
doing
accusation.
something.
He was accused. To try and get me upset, he called me what the old guy was actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a
But this library is
love it.
fantastic.
I can't
Well,
wait to.
this library is wonderful.
Can't wait
I
to
think
show
you'll
this
really
video.
enjoy your visit, and
I'm just telling you. Can you yell at me or something? I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
I don't even yell at my kids. You don't have to worry about that, Josh.
I'm in the
I don't
Twilight
yell.
Zone. Well, listen,
I'm
it's
not so sure I have it in me.
it was an absolute pleasure to meet you, Holly.
Thank you.
This was wonderful. I
And
can't
my
wait
name's
to show
Anna.
this
Anna.
video.
There you go.
So,
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
He called you, I think, Banana-rama at one time on a video.
Banana Anna. That's her channel
Banana
name.
Anna. There you go.
How many videos have you watched?
Oh, just a handful.
Is there,
Yeah.
is there
Just a
any
handful.
specific one that you liked that you can remember?
No, I was hoping to garner, be educated, and hoping that, I could see the library from every perspective.
Right.
And that comes over time, right?
Yeah.
So I felt fortunate to be able to watch and just try to absorb as much information as I can.
Well, this is the most educational video that one could offer, because when we go into a library, like yesterday, we went into Burlington, they started yelling at me and telling me that it was illegal
Our
to
friends in
film.
Burlington. Oh,
Illegal to film, and then we were very, very nice to them, but this is what I like to show. So now when I release this video, other libraries can use it as a platform. Like, we don't decide how you behave. If you are nice and you respect our rights and just leave us alone, then this is the kind of encounter that can happen. And it is possible for this to happen because you just did this. We don't scrub these videos. We show these ones too.
Yeah, I noticed that you don't scrub the videos.
It's very
yeah,
nice.
It's very raw data, isn't
Well,
it?
it's nice coming here. It's refreshing, and I want to say it's about 50-50, where either we meet beautiful people like you,
Oh,
who
thank
are
you.
totally accepting.
Make sure you tell my boys that.
you know,
when I'm disciplining them.
Well, I mean, you're being a mom.
Yeah, I am being a mom.
And we
A lot.
post the nice videos too, so it's great
Yeah,
to see.
Yeah,
and
there's some equity there, isn't there?
and
Where you
unfortunately,
need to-
there's a lot more negative than there is positive, but that's the whole purpose of posting the positive videos, is to try and balance that out. And of course, people don't watch the positive videos as much because you're not hitting me with a chair, but we like
I hope
this.
that never happened.
We
Josh.
like this interaction.
I hope that never
But
happened.
it's refreshing to
Yeah.
see, and it also just kind of like you're a great representation of what
Sure
should
are.
happen. When
Yeah, no,
you
that's
walk
very
in.
kind of you.
Sure
Thank you
are.
so
So I
very much.
appreciate it. No, it's kind of you. I
Oh,
appreciate
really?
it. Thank you so much.
You know,
I apologize about the calls, but they're probably calling to write, like, when you're watching this video right now, when it comes out, your phone's probably ringing. They're just calling to tell you how great you are.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
That's exactly
I
what's
can
gonna
hear my phone from here, so I think I'm good.
No,
all around.
not yet. But
Oh, not yet.
No, like when it comes out.
Oh,
When
God.
it
We're
comes
not-
out, you
Okay.
will get calls saying how amazing you were. That's
Oh,
what's going to
oh,
happen. That's what he's
oh,
trying to
my
say.
I saw some kids in there, so
That's
we're not
kind.
going to go in the kids department. We'll
Okay,
probably
I
go
appreciate
upstairs
that,
and
you know.
circle around and.
Thanks. Okay.
We
Because
like
there's
to
no
go-
educational value.
We like to go in there when there's no kids. And
Thank you.
plus, if I
That's
do get
kind
a
of you,
kid,
Josh.
of
Thank
course,
you
no
so
worries.
much.
We don't, and then we got to spend.
We appreciate that.
If
Thank
we do
you.
catch one, we
Well,
spend hours like following their faces around and blurring them out, anyways. Because
Yeah.
what is
Right.
what is a 3-year-old gonna
Blur.
retain about the First Amendment? But it was wonderful to meet you.
Oh, it
You're
was great
awesome.
meeting you too, Josh.
People love
And,
you.
Thank you. Thanks so very much.
Have a wonderful day.
Be well. Bye-bye.
You too.
Take care, guys.
Wow, huh? Look at she's so nice.
I know.
That's it.
Holly is so
That's great. Holly's great.
Holly is jolly.
She's wonderful.
It's like
I saw this is Ellen, the library director. Holly was just telling us all the nicest things in the world about you.
That's very, very gratifying.
Very, very
It's true.
nice. And she is an exceptional, and you're the assistant director. We have everyone here. She is an exceptional employee. I go around the country filming government installations and municipal buildings, and 8 times out of 10, sometimes closer to 9, as soon as I walk in with a camera, despite the fact that, like, when I came in here, I wasn't talking to you or bothering anyone, just standing by, and you asked if I needed help. I said, no, thank you, and just filming, looking around. We get treated really, really poorly, and I love these positive interactions because it shows that these interactions exist. You know, it just takes we're just coming in, we just want to look around, we want to be left alone and then leave, and we show these videos, the positive videos, and I think it's very important to try and balance things out. But you are super lucky. She's wonderful. What a great library you folks have and are running, and I can't wait for the folks to call in and tell you what an excellent job you're doing, Christina's doing, Holly's doing, serving your community. I shouldn't point, that's rude.
Thank you. We're very proud of our staff and our customer services policy, and we're very proud of the support we get from Westford, and we're very proud of our library tradition, not only here in Westford, but in the entire Commonwealth.
So when we walk in and we have a camera, why didn't you give us a hard time or yell at us? Like, what was it?
Our customer services policy would not allow that.
Would not allow it. Okay, so and we come in with a camera, and coming into this library with a camera, that doesn't violate any laws or policies, right?
Not that we're aware of.
Right. See, this is
Well, you know what's nice too? It's not just like that they're greeting or, you know, just have a smile on their face. They're being genuine about it.
yeah.
Like there's nothing fake.
It's not
about-
fake. It's good people.
About how genuine you're being. And so we appreciate it.
Because it's like, why get in the like? So, for example, we met a gentleman at the Wellesley Free Public Library, Arnie Christensen, and he, as soon as we walked in, well, I'll tell you one thing: you don't speak to us; you just offer us, "Hey, do you need help?" No, we're in and out in 3 to 5 minutes, and we're not talking to anybody. He printed off a policy from 2005 saying that we couldn't film, and he's explaining it's a limited public forum. And I was like, what do you think the chances are with a channel my size that I've already had lawyers explore what a limited public forum is, and this ain't it? And that's what we get. Like, they try and jump, and I'm like, a limited public forum is something that would not reasonably be expected, or services people wouldn't reasonably think to obtain at a library. For example, if you were doing like a yoga class in another room. No one goes to the library and says, oh, it's yoga time. Like, that's not something reasonable to expect at a library. So that would be a limited public forum. We wouldn't be able to go in there and film, but it's like some people go through these cadences and defensive measures to try and stop us as soon as we go in there. And I'm just like, listen, if you're just nice and professional, this is what people want to see. And this is the best learning tool for folks that could do better. And I'm just...
You know what was sad about Arnie? He threatened us with this is your last chance to take the policy and accept it. And we said, no, thank you.
And
then he called men with guns.
Yeah, and the cops came and they told him, they're not doing anything wrong. And they were like, so they came up to you and they were bothering you? He's like, no, we went and found them. Like, yeah,
So
library's beautiful.
Things can go completely different, and it makes us sad.
I can't wait for people to see this. So I'm going to have it up tomorrow or the next day. I want to get it out very, very quickly because I want people to see what a great library y'all have. And hopefully people can come out from the other libraries within your network. Because you have a lot of libraries in your network, don't you? Like 36?
Yep, 36.
Yeah.
I was right on point.
You're right on.
Well, because we're inquisitive. Like,
And
we
every
have
single
lots of
one.
questions, and then we get a lot of different feedback. Like I believe you guys might be in the rotation of sharing books with each other.
Yeah,
correct?
all are throughout the
Yeah.
Commonwealth. We're so fortunate that tax dollars pay for an interlibrary daily delivery network, and any library card you get in the Commonwealth allows you to use a library throughout the Commonwealth.
Yeah, I love
and
that.
that is not the case in every state. You only have to cross
Really?
the border into New Hampshire to have to pay for a library card where you're not a resident. So we can be so proud. Oh, you've got me going now.
And that's a new piece of information.
So
we didn't have
someone
before.
from Cambridge could be
Can come use
vacationing
our
in this
library.
area, come in and get...
If
I
you go
didn't
to
know
a
that.
seaside cottage for your vacation in Rockport, you can go to the Rockport Library with your card.
See,
As a
learning new things.
Massachusetts resident, it's a wonderful.
I've
wonderful-
never heard of that. You pay for the municipality, and usually
No,
outside
it's
Mass,
free.
there's...
It's free.
This is part of your state tax dollars.
So that's what she was saying. In New
and it's-
Hampshire, you have to pay.
Right.
For your library card, and
So
here
we
it's
have
free, and
a
you can go everywhere.
wonderfully proactive state agency in the Board of Library Commissioners. We have one of the earliest laws allowing tax-supported libraries. That started in 1840. By 1859, Westford progressive men had given their subscription library to the town of Westford, and then the agricultural library was given. And that library dates back to 1797. So those wonderful revolutionary men who fought at the Battle of Lexington and Concord went on to found Westford Academy, which became our
Yeah.
public school and was coeducational from the beginning. And then in 1797, they started the subscription library at the tavern. It's where all business was conducted, and then that was given to the town. And in Massachusetts, we can be so proud of how the Commonwealth supports.
And so many
libraries and
philanthropists
access.
as well. Like, especially more so I've seen here is that when you go to a library, you'll see, like in Lancaster, go upstairs, there's a Civil War memorial. It's like gorgeous. Joe did a phenomenal job. Like, it was incredible. But, the library was a gift of someone. Our kids' school was a gift of somebody. And, I just think that's incredible, because you're going into a public building and you realize that at some point, someone spent an awful lot of money out of their own pocket to give that.
J.V. Fletcher, he's on the board.
Yeah.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
That's why it's a J.V. Fletcher Library.
$14,000.
In what year?
$5,000 in 1895.
Jesus,
And
14,000,
every
1895.
subsequent addition or renovation has been the result of either benefactor dollars or grant dollars, with town assistance.
Now, are you getting enough access to funds and resources? Do you get everything you need for the most part?
We can be so gratified by the support we get in Westford. We have a huge circulation, we have a huge registration of residents, we have so much support. We got 2 favorable votes in the fall for another renovation addition. So
She
we're
told her we were
so
just looking at
thankful.
that for your, like an annex.
Yeah. A renovation addition out back, yes.
Okay.
That'll be
Yes.
fantastic.
Because I saw when I walked in, and this is a large building, but as Holly pointed out, despite how big it is, it's doesn't have a lot of space. Now, was this a house at one point? Is that what this was?
No, this was always a
Always a
library.
library.
This original area was the 1895 library. Jonathan Barnum Fletcher's great-granddaughter renovated the basement to be a children's room in 1963. In 1969, we got a federal grant to build onto the rear and add the mezzanine stack area. And in 1987, we got a Mass Library construction grant, and we have just received another for $8.8 million, which will be for this renovation.
Now, is the Fletcher family still involved with the librry in any
No,
capacity?
but there are still Fletchers in town.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Are there?
very cool.
We found a library about a month ago, and I can't remember where it is, but it was late 1700s built, given by one family, and still on the board of trustees was the same last name, descendant of that family, and it might have been Lancaster as well. I think maybe it was Lancaster, but that library is older. I know that the descendants were still involved, and that's great to see.
I love to share that when the certain family built the Easton Library, they created a librarian's apartment on the 3rd floor, so that, of course, the spinster librarian couldn't live there. So yes, here in Massachusetts, there's that great tradition.
Is it still up there?
benefactors. In
An
Easton.
apartment?
I-
And do they get
I
to
think
live up there?
No, I don't think so.
No, probably not anymore.
I would get to see, but listen,
they
that's-
probably use it for storage
No,
space
but
or
that
just.
tells you the era when all of these
How
benefactors-
important they thought it
That
was.
Victorian era when benefactors were giving libraries across the state.
Well,
It
of
was
course, they fought for their right. I mean, no taxation, representation. It was largely anti-tax, but we formed this country based off the founding principle that we have the right to engage in free speech and free press and be free people. And a library is the most beautiful example of the First Amendment at work, because everywhere you look,
freedom of assembly.
the right to redress your grievances.
I
Of
love
course.
that. You know what I love?
You know
Ellen-
all 5 components. I can't find police officers that know that. I do the quiz and I say, if you get through 5, I'll leave. And then I drop it to 3 because I know they know freedom of speech, but they can never get to religion, expression, right to redress your grievances, to peacefully assemble. They don't get.
You know what's like mind blowing about Ellen? She has like every single piece of like history,
Ready.
like the
At the ready.
the years and what took place in that year. Like I wouldn't have been able to like hold on to that.
How long have you
Blows my
been
mind.
with the library, Ellen?
51 years.
This library, this
Wow.
community, and this building and these residents have had the pleasure of being served by you for 51 years.
And it shows she takes pride.
And how
in her
many
job.
times are you walking down the street or something, and someone my age comes up and goes, "Oh, Mrs. Rainville, Mrs. Rainville." It's nice.
Yes, but unfortunately, they still say, "I have an overdue book," and I'll get back. So we don't do that. For more than 50 years, we have not charged fines. Renew your books, enjoy your library, use our children's program. We're here for you.
I love that.
I can tell you, like, usually when I have something bad happen, I'm like, I want them held accountable. I can't wait to show this video. And right now, I think I'm more excited because I want people to see that there's hope out there. I walked in and out of a public library without having any issues, and I mean, it's like faith in humanity restored with you and Christina and everyone. It's such a wonderful experience, and I think, do you guys accept donations from folks? If they'd like to make donations?
You can go on our website and you can make donations to the Friends of the Library. So, they have also been a wonderful group that's been with us since 1972. So, Westford residents may want to donate to the Friends. They may want to join the Friends. And, they certainly do accept donations.
So I'm going to
Of course,
put...
donations to a nonprofit are tax deductible.
Well, I'm going to put a link to that. So, guys, you're listening to that right now. So if you look to the link in the description, I'm going to put that clickable URL. So we'll see if some of the folks watching this are as impressed as we are. And maybe even if you guys got, 20,000 people, if everyone just throws in 50 cents,
That'd be a lot.
that'd be wonderful.
We certainly know what to do with gifts, and they become programs, they become memberships,
Right.
they become museum passes, they become anything
Yeah,
fun,
right?
engaging,
Because you have to
personal.
evolve with the technology. And the one thing I like is that you guys don't have, like you can obviously reserve books online, but I walked into the library. I grew up knowing the librarian's name, same librarian, and like part of going to the library was like meeting the people when I was a kid. And I feel like some of the self-checkouts kind of take away. I mean, obviously it gives you guys a little bit more room to, because I'm sure you're swamped, but I like the feeling of coming in here and speaking to somebody. And I mean, I hope you're not, well, I hope you're retiring soon because you deserve it, but I hope you're not retiring soon because we want to see you again.
She probably loves her.
She can't.
She loves her.
Because, well,
so
like,
much.
Christina's going to pick up the torch.
And I have no desire.
We have a lot on
Co-carry the
our
torch
books
for a
for
while.
the next couple
Even the
of years.
assistant director, she's like, no, she can't go.
I see what you were saying, Holly. I said, I hadn't met you yet. I said, Holly, you should be the director of this place. And she says, oh no, the director of this library does a wonderful job. She's so capable. And I said, well, I can't wait to meet her. And then I saw the name tag and I said, a director of a library smiling. That's something I have not seen yet.
And down on the floor,
Helping and engaging.
It's a blessing.
Well, except for Joe. Joe was smiling.
Oh my God. I saw the sign. It said, please interrupt me. And I was like, based on the sign, I can't. Justin.
I was talking about Joe in Lancaster.
Oh, he was such a nice guy.
I don't even know if I'm pronouncing the city
No,
right
Joe.
here.
Lancaster. Yeah, he was such a nice guy.
How do you guys pronounce
Lancaster's not in our region or our network, but we would see him on email. You know, we have
Yeah.
statewide email as well, which is a wonderful resource.
Yeah.
So that, you know, none of us have to learn the same lesson independently over and over
And have you gotten emails regarding me just yet?
Probably.
I think.
Pretty sure,
I don't
'cause
know. I'm pretty sure that, you know, that kind of thing is shared liberally.
Yeah.
But I have to say, again, libraries are all about resource sharing.
Right.
With the public and with each other. And another reason I've been here for decades is I'm quite sure I could not have so enjoyed any profession where there wasn't such wonderful sharing amongst professionals. So, you know, and I've done my bit. I realized, I can remember when I first started, I was like, oh, the director in Worcester, Joe, oh my goodness, and Krista and BBL, I was like, oh my goodness, these wonderful people, and like I've realized I'm that person now. I'm the old librarian with 50 years.
No, you guys are
Ellen will know. Email
great.
Ellen.
And let people know when you talk to them, like, please, like, I really don't want to get like the negative reaction. If you're at like some, you know, meeting or something, just be like, hey, listen, you know, these guys, you met them, they're really nice. Just let them roam, ask them if they need help. They will, you know, they'll be happy and, you know, they will have a good experience. We don't, to be, as much as it sounds crazy, I don't want like negative reactions. There's no place in the world where you go into work and you're like, I can't wait to get yelled at by somebody. Today's going to be awesome. No one likes that.
No one
like,
likes it.
you guys do a great job, and I want to pass this
We
along.
absolutely rely on you to help us break that stereotype of the negative, reproving, shushing, withholding librarian. I've been working 5 decades now.
You don't shush anyone.
I shush him.
You have to. It's
break
a library.
We do.
Break that stereotype.
Sometimes we'll shush each other if we're thinking we're
We do.
getting a little too loud in the library because
You
we
can
get
tell
excited.
we are a family library. You can tell from the volume coming
It's very cute.
out.
It's great.
You know, we're not shushing anyone.
You can shush him.
You
Can you
guys.
shush him?
I'm afraid, you know, don't do it.
It's not allowed.
Wait,
I've seen you.
have you ever got to shush somebody in a library?
No, I don't think I've
Oh,
ever
you've been doing it
shushed.
50 years. Come
Oh,
on.
it would
let's
be a
help you out
joke.
here.
It'd be so fun.
Alright.
He would take pride in this.
Do you want me to, is he gonna shush me?
No,
No, you're gonna no.
shush me.
You're gonna shush
I'm gonna
him.
be talking.
Please, please, please.
So that I don't know if I'm perfectly
I want
He wants to be shushed.
No, that's your job. She's not a shusher.
Or Christina, you can. So I'm just reading in the library a little too loud.
No, we don't do
Holly, you shush me.
not shushers.
Someone's got to shush. Oh, maybe you can get someone to do the. Maybe
I can't shush them because they're too nice. I'd feel bad.
maybe one of these lovely women would like to do the floss with you.
No.
No?
Are
you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Because I'm tired. I don't want to do the floss.
Come on. It takes
I always
You're
floss
so
because
good.
people tend to donate to charity when we do the floss. We do it all over the country. I'm tired today.
Oh, come on.
I'm tired
It's
today.
still the morning.
No, I'm tired today. These kids are out energying me. See, you should shush me now because out energying is not even a word. I don't have the energy. You guys have been phenomenal. See, I always get shushed by like mean people in the library, and it's 50. When I leave and there's no cameras, as soon as I walk out the door, you can go, shh, just say.
Maybe we can.
either, Josh.
Maybe when we get home, we can have one of our kids pretend to be the librarian, put on some glasses, and then shush you. Like,
And then I can be like,
It's that important to him.
and
Yeah.
then she could say, "I'm pretending to be Ellen."
no, but if she was pretending to be Ellen, she'd be super sweet, and they wouldn't aggravate us, which they do. So our kids couldn't be Ellen because she's too nice.
so they'd have to pretend to be a mean librarian.
Yes.
Which one?
So many. Well, you folks were absolutely phenomenal. We appreciate all your hard work, and with all sincerity, libraries are one of the best places for higher and continued learning and education. It's an undervalued resource. Kids just read online, and that no one goes into a library anymore. And I feel like in a lot of the places I've been to, not in this region though, most of the 36 places we went to are great. The talent pool for folks getting hired is probably not up to the par that it should be. And coming in here and meeting yourself and your team and looking at this library, I'm so pleasantly surprised. And I hope that when people start calling and they tell you what a good job you do, you can really take pride in that, as I know you already do, because you deserve every gratifying compliment that you get.
But we're proud to be part of a wonderful public American tradition.
We are.
And since you guys have resources and connecting through all of the libraries,
Let 'em know.
throughout the state,
We're-
I was going to say there was a library last week that we didn't take one of our complaints serious. It wasn't even really a complaint, just something that we wanted to bring to their awareness. They didn't take it seriously, and in fact, then they just like tried to paint us out like we were the bad guys for trying to report something. Maybe like you guys got to meet us, and maybe moving forward, you can say, hey, look, if anybody's like coming up to you, regardless of if you don't like the camera, and they're trying to inform you about something bad that went on, you should take their word seriously until.
Like you said, customer service. I think that some people have the predisposition, like, oh, it's those First Amendment people. Yeah, go away. I'm from Massachusetts. Like, I love where I'm from. I love my community. And my mother was a public worker for 40 years. She was a teacher. You know, your guys' ability to help mold people is very important. So if I find things that I'm like, oh, you know, maybe you could work on this, you obviously don't have to implement it. I think sometimes it's how someone receives something that is more because people tell me corrective measures all the time, and sometimes I don't like it, but I'll go back and I'll look at the video and I'll say, oh, you know what, Ellen was right, Holly was right, maybe I should have approached that differently.
Holly was right.
Send this to your kids. Holly was
Kids
right.
need to hear that.
You see that? Listen, if you're watching right now, you better mind this lady.
Thank you.
You can
Have a
send
great
them
day,
that
ladies.
video and tell them.
Very, very, very nice.
Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, we'll go downstairs this way. We can go downstairs this
Did you see
way.
her necklace?
Huh?
It's so pretty.
Oh, very pretty. A dragonfly. Holly, you are wonderful. Have a great day.
Thank you guys. Take
Continue
care.
the great work.
The car seat everywhere.
Bye-bye.
It's not easy.
There was some... Guys, I just paused because there's a little kid and a baby coming upstairs. There was such a nice library.
That was refreshing.
Holy
You know,
smokes.
I was like,
I feel like I just had a coffee.
well, I was bummed about going in there because I was like, who's going to yell at me this time?
Yeah.
Who's going to cut me off?
Who's gonna
They
go?
were just beautiful women in there, doing their thing, doing their job.
Yeah, they know us. They know us. All right, guys, that's been the J.V. Fletcher Public Library in Westford, Massachusetts. We'll catch you on the next one, and that's the reason I shh you today. I'm sorry, Holly. I was just kidding.